Hello, it's Phillip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers in London, and today I'm looking at a book which has come to us from LEXISNEXIS, the family law imprint, originally from Jordan Publishing. This book is called Applications under Schedule 1 of the Children Act 1989. It's now in a second edition, and it's been written by a team of barristers from IGC Family Law. There are a large number of people mentioned who've contributed to this work, so I'm not going to go through each of the names. Now, Elizabeth and I talked about this book, and we've given it a title for our book review: A Helpful, Clearly Written Practitioner's Book for Those Involved in Children Proceedings. And that's exactly what it is. I do a lot of this work myself, and I found it very helpful. Let's look at the book. It's a paperback. There it is. There's the front, spine, and then you've got a little bit of blurb on the back. The blurb being basically included in my review because this is for the written the written publications as well as the verbal stuff. Now, the index is by paragraph numbering at the back. It's not a big index, this one, but its references are to paragraph numbers. It tells you that quite clearly. Then you've got at the back quite a lot of substantial information. Right at the back, we're dealing with freezing orders, for instance. If we go to the front, let's look at the front. Right, there is the list of the people. You can see a very large number there of people involved in this publication. I'm not singling anyone out for particular praise, but most of them come from IGC Family Law, except for Rupert Chapman of Magdalen Chambers. Now, there again is the detail about the book, and there's a very interesting comment from Sir Nicholas Wall, who sadly passed away recently. This was the original foreword written in 2010, and I will refer to that in the book. Then you've got from Janet Bazley, Queen's Counsel, the preface to the book there. Then you've got the contents section, which runs through for quite a long way. Total number of chapters are 12 chapters, and there are 5 appendices listed there. You can probably see them. Then you've got the table of cases, quite a lot of case law, of course, in this. Then you've got, after that, you've got the table of statutes. Then next to it, the statutory instruments, which you've got there. And after that, you've got some European materials. They will stay with us irrespective of Brexit. Then you've got a useful table of abbreviations, which I thought was helpful. Then you've got Chapter 1 procedure. You can see paragraph 1.1, and you've got some footnoting there. And that's the way it runs all the way through. We're looking, obviously, at money, and that's what this is all about. There's the middle of the book there. We're looking here at the Children Act itself. The use of trusts is also an area that arises because we're looking at everything that we used to know as originally ancillary relief, but what we would now call financial remedies of various sorts. And of course, because of a population which is becoming wealthier, notwithstanding there are obviously problems in other areas, but people have got more money, and therefore they know what to do with it. So you're looking at a whole range of different things involving property, as well as, of course, the whole issue of the maintenance of children. So what do we say about the book? Well, many practitioners in children proceedings will find, we think, that this new edition is invaluable for their court work in 2018. There are 12 chapters and 5 appendices to cover the subject matter after the decision in 2010 of M versus V, and Delaney, which was some 20 years earlier in 1990. And I'll start off by mentioning Nicholas Wall, who says that the authors from IGC Family Law are all practising members of the bar and have produced a clear and useful book which will be of help to a wide audience. And he's right, that was when the original edition came out. Now, for many practitioners, possibly not so familiar with this area in detail of children proceedings, Schedule 1 applications provide an important way of ensuring children's financial needs are met when their parents are not married. And of course that's always going to be a problem, because today, of course, as I will say, and now in 2018, we're finding a position that more parents are unmarried than married for the first time in centuries. I mean, in the past it was a different type of structure, but clearly at the moment the trend is against marriage. Now this edition is fully updated as a text from LEXISNEXIS Family Law, and it's the imprint originally from Jordan's in Bristol, and we're delighted that the publishers continue to help us so assiduously in family publications, because the title, Applications under Schedule 1, sets out with the purpose of giving us a comprehensive guide to the practice, law and procedure in respect of Schedule 1 applications, and includes relevant legislation, rules and case summaries, plus sample forms and orders. And in fact it's just exactly what we need in short form for the busy barrister when time is never enough for prep in family matters. You've got the Red Book, and we've got obviously all the other pieces of assistance for practitioners, but this is a particularly narrow area, and if you know that that's what you've been briefed on, I think that will assist you. So what LEXISNEXIS bring us here remains essential reading for all family lawyers dealing with this rapidly developing area of law, which is actually expanding as we write. The appendices make up almost half the book, and weigh a great deal less, of course, to carry around than the Red Book, depending on your court caseload. But I love the Red Book. It's there. It's a very, very substantial work, and you have to know, if you're practicing, you have to know your way around it. Now, a sign of the times is the final paragraph of the book in Chapter 12, dealing with the Law Commission's final report in December 2016 on enforcement, because that's what we're really talking about here. Guess what? Quote, the government's interim response in August 2017 welcomed the report and said it would give its recommendations full consideration. And so we will wait and wait and wait. With a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel, the reform is on the way. I doubt it though, because I think there are other matters that's going to take a lot of time to sort out. But we do know that something will have to be done eventually. Meanwhile, we have this excellent statement on Schedule 1 applications, with great thanks to all at IGC Family Law for their work and advice. Indeed, as Janet Baisley, Queen's Counsel, writes, you will find this volume an invaluable addition to your legal library. She's quite right. So if you are practicing at the family law bar or as a solicitor, I think this will be of very great interest to you. And the book was published on the 19th of September 2018. And let me just look at the book once again. You can see there it is. There's the front, there's the side, spine, and then there's the back. And then just opening it in the middle. Let me just show you what I mean about the appendices, because they actually do start quite quickly. What you've got is, you can probably see, that's the book. We're about the halfway page. That's the end of the book proper there, with Chapter 12, and then the appendices start. And it starts with the Children Act itself and runs all the way through. There are lots of tables, quite useful tables actually. You can see one there, for instance, which is looking at various cases and comparisons, and then and also the monies available. Then you've got the practice directions as well. So all in all, I think a very important book for all of us in this jurisdiction. A big thank you to everybody concerned for its production. Very grateful indeed for all your hard work. Bye-bye.